There are few times that you actually remember as a good one for your life, and maybe there's not yet any time that you want to remember, right? Now, as I've just told you in the title that the video is all about building your success in 2024 by a process, right? So you should know actually why or for whom the video is actually dedicated to, because I don't want anybody wasting their times into a video that may be not beneficial to them. So in this video you will actually gain my experience based process or ways to actually make your life utilize its best skills, be efficient, and get a start so that you can actually create 2024 time or year that you will definitely feel happy to remember in the future. This is all about the video, and what the video will contain, it will contain actually mainly three parts. I have written those so that I don't forget them. So the first thing what we will discuss is what is success. You know, as the title says, build your success, then I need you to clear your success. You should know or you should be clear about what your success means. Then I will actually make you understand that while being some situations with too many options or without any options, what should you do? You always think that I don't have that, I don't have this, I don't know that. Then what is the way you have to go, right? Or how actually you can be or adopt a mindset that many successful people actually have tried or have now, because they are a way more better version when they have started. So it's all about when you are starting in your life, the mindset you need to actually make decisions is what I'm going to teach you in my second point. And the third point is completely on decisions, that is, how can you take decisions confidently? Okay, or you can actually understand that how any successful people or a successful person can actually take decisions confidently way better than maybe you, because it might be a risky one, but he is very confident. How is that possible? How can a risky decision can be very confident? Okay, and these three things are the main things that I will discuss in this video and let you understand that how you can actually build your 2024 a time or a start to your success journey that you will always remember. But proper hard work, efficiently working hard, and dedication is the key to everything else. So if you just have that, everything will work. If you just don't have that, anything wouldn't work. The key to do anything is just repetitive, efficiently working hard. That's it. So this is all about the introduction to the video. If you are still right now, that is, you have understood what the video is going to tell you, make you understand, and now we will get into the video. Okay, so the first thing is that success, right? What is success? Just think about success. What is success? You know what? Commonly, uh, people actually think that success is just making money or having assets that can actually just remove all your tensions for the future, right? Just living or surviving in the future by the help of assets or money, right? But you have to think deeply. You have to think for everyone. Now look, success is just a relative word. Just think like that, and you will get many answers. Success is just relative. It depends upon time, depends upon situation, and person to person. How? Just think for a child in school, studying in school, success just is to get good marks that will actually uh, make everyone happy around them, that teacher, their parents especially, right, their friends. This is success for that child. For his mother, maybe success is watching their children having better jobs, reputable jobs, or jobs that can actually create respect for the whole family in the front of the society, and having no tensions that what my children are gonna do in future, right? This tension-free life for the children can be a success for their mother. For a middle-aged man with a family, success might be having a good job that pays well, or a business that pays good profit, so that he can actually feed his family and doesn't have to care about being jobless in the future or get bankrupt in the future, right? Success is very relative. And for an old person in the retired time, maybe his success is something like gaining assets that are actually making him earn so that he can actually fund his travels, healthcare, and also supporting his family, right? This is success. It is very relative. If you agree with me that success is relative, tell me in the comments, and also tell me why you think it's relative. And do you have any experience, or have you actually understood that how varies the success, or what varies the success? Now, if you have understood the examples, you can actually understand that success depends upon person to person and also their time and situation. Right now, maybe success may be being just millionaire. Maybe 10 years later, success have changed to a trillionaire, right? So it actually changes over time, and that's nothing bad or good. It's just you have to understand that success is not the end of the story. It's just change of a paragraph, or maybe a change of a line, right? So tell me, what's your success? Wow, or how do you define your success right now in your this situation of your life? Okay, so Understanding this success will help us actually understand the way we are going to in our life. Okay, so okay, way of life. I just want to introduce a new point. That is the fourth point right now. That is, what is your destination? As I've told you, success is just a change of paragraph. Then what is destination, right? Destination is just like people are referring to success. That where you want to go, where you want to be, or in jobs, they ask you that after 5 years, where do you see yourself, right? I'm not that good in interviews. Okay. So the main thing is destination in your life. Did you thought anything about your destination? Let me tell you. Destination is not the position or any status or the achievement of any job or uh, balance sheet of a company. Nothing. Look, we are we are living beings that take birth, dies, again take birth. Now this cycle actually lets us to gain just one thing throughout the life. That is knowledge, experience. Experiencing whatever we can or we have, right? This is the only thing. And if you understand deeply, then you will actually get the idea that your destination of your life is not the job position or your amount you saved in your savings account or the balance sheet you have developed with the company, the profits. No, it's just what you have gained here. This is what you will have, and no one can actually take it from you. And by this, you will actually understand that success and destination of your life is not the way you think, it's the way to go to your success. If your success is just a job position, just taking it for a example, okay? Suppose you are just targeting a job that will actually pay you uh, maybe a millions in a year. So you are right now here, okay? You have to go way too much ups and downs in your life so that you can reach at that point, okay? But if you can understand that success or destination of your life is not actually gaining this, but this, the way to your success is your destination of your life. If you know the way to go, then you will be satisfied whole life. How? You know what? There comes my real experience. I was born in a family with a bit, sorry, not a bit, just where my family has a business. It has more of that in the past, but what I have actually got to experience is a small one. But it was running very good, and transaction was just big enough for my thinking. So when I used to get involved into that, I have actually experienced much things that actually changed my life, and I will actually remember those teachings. Life teaches us everything, and those teachings are very important, and I am going to share that with you right now. Now, look, if you have understood that the way to go to your destination or success is the real means of your life, then it's better. And if you don't, it's the experience I'm going to share with you. You know what? People actually think about business is just to gain profits, but you know what? The main masterminds of the business or the startups or anything of a company, especially, they actually don't enjoy the profits or the money they have. They actually enjoy the way or the process. You know, what if you just get too much money, way more than what you can think of, right? You will actually spend them normally, right? But while I was into that, I didn't have time to think about spending it. I was actually really enjoying the process. And profits just give you a confidence and just a push to, yes, you are doing good and you need to go to that direction. It just gives you the direction. It's just the byproduct of whatever you are doing. And the product is the experience you gain. You know what? If you have heard about businesses around the world, then you should know few cases like that. The entrepreneur or the founder of the company has bankrupted few companies and then again started a new company, or a founder has just sold his very profitable company, then again build a second company that also becomes more profitable than the previous one, and again sells that, right? Now, how can they do it? This is the real answer. The way they have gone through is this: they love the process, they know how to do it, and they can repeat it once again or again and again. And this is why it's not the end of the story, it's going on and on. So, I was actually talking too much with that. So, the main thing is your destination of life is the way to to your success. And what is your success? It changes over time. Is variable. Maybe up to a time your success was just to get a good degree, and you have to now change that thing, right? You can't just make your success degree throughout your life, and you will just get stuck into the same thing, right? You have to get out of where you are right now. Okay, so this is what the first two things will teach you. Don't care about where you have to go or where you are, just care about what you have gained with that process and how can you use that in the future. This is all that you will need to build anything. second point, the second point actually is what's more important. To understand this point, you have to get through a situation. Look, I also did this, right? So I will make you understand like that only. Suppose you are in a situation that you have to do something, but going forward will just remind you many negative things that can occur if you go forward. And as a result, you will actually get stuck where you are and you will end up not going forward. Did you ever did it? Tell me about your experience on this thing in the comments. Because I have just built this channel to actually share and gain experiences. Okay? So the main thing is, in the situation, if you can understand that you are actually not going forward just because many things, right? And sometimes the situation is such like that you will actually question yourself or others who you uh, depend or who you trust the most, that can you tell me what's the important thing or what is more important, right? Should you go or should you not go? Should you do it or should you not do it? What's important? Now, the very clear and straightforward answer to this thing is just whatever you can do or what you know is way more important than what you can't or what you don't know. And always be clear to everyone that what you know and what you don't know, because you know few there are few situations where things might not be very fruitful for you if you just lie about the situations, you know, that I know this and I want to get in the job, and after few months everyone discovers that you didn't have that skill, and that skill might not be very important, but if the situation is such like that it's the important thing right now and you don't have that one because they have actually hired specially you for that thing, then it might end badly. So, you know, work teamwork doesn't goes like that. You have to be truthful to yourself, because if you lie to yourself, you can't just get too much forward. But if you just tell yourself the truth that I don't know this, then you will work hard to know this. Okay, and you will definitely find people will that you will definitely find people that will help you to gain that skill, so that a better team will actually develop. And you know, in these times, most of the people are afraid of confronting their truth. So, in a team where people are truthful, the leader will always support them. I'm not telling you all leaders. Okay, coming into my point. So suppose you are in a situation where you want, let's take a very good example. Now, I have met persons who actually do videos on YouTube, but didn't uh, do videos on whatever skills they have, or just they just do videos like compilation videos or music videos. Okay, that doesn't actually uh, reflect their image on the channel. And this let me actually discuss with them to why you didn't do something like this one that actually reflects your, you can actually do a traveling guide something, because you can do it, right? Or you can just talk with whatever skills you have, right? Share with everyone. So the main thing is, it's not that easy. You know what? I have also I have also suffered that. And the situation comes like this. Okay, should I do it or should I don't do it? You have many negative points coming to your mind and you end up not doing it. But the real situation is not like what you think. If you are actually thinking that, should I do, because I have way more negative things coming to my mind and very few positive things that might happen. Okay, so you have to think like that. Okay, is it me or my brain? You know what I'm saying about? When you are actually considering these negative points, it's not actually you, it's the brain controlling you. You are thinking that you are controlling fully your life, but it's not you. It's very, very important thing you have to know. It's the brain's survival mechanism that is actually making you to understand many, many, many points so that you get stuck right here. You know, it's actually making you to survive better so that you don't get out of your shelter. Surviving better by not getting out of your shelter. And this is the reason why you have negative points coming way faster than the positive ones. You know what? But if you give yourself a time and think logically that what are the positive things and what are the negative things, and what if I just get more, way more, just going forward, and maybe the negative things might happen in my life, but I can actually minimize them, right? What if I succeed with whatever intentions I have or whatever my plans are, right? So you have to think like that. Don't just be someone who actually doesn't go forward, because it's because you have lack of confidence. And this makes us to come to our third point. Take confidently. Take decisions confidently. So if you have understood the previous point, let me summarize you in a line. What's more important for you in a situation? It's just whatever you can or you know is way more important than what you can't do or you don't know. That's it. Now, the third point is taking decisions confidently. Now, in the second point, you have know you have known about what you can do or what you know, right? Now you have to be confident with your decision, right? Or why should you be confident? Let me tell you some examples. You are here to understand about success, right? And about talking about success, you will actually be thinking about people with huge, huge net worth, right? So, what do you think? What made them achieve this thing? I'm just talking about those who have did it in a single generation. Okay. There is one important thing, that is taking the decisions confidently. And what is that? Now look, if you are someone who doesn't know about anything about cooking, then how can you just be confident to say someone that I can cook or I will do the cooking for you, right? But you can do it. How? If you have the dedication and efficiency to learn the thing within short period of time, you can actually say a person that I can actually uh, fry an egg for you, right? And just you can search for a video that trains that, and you can actually cook it within 15 to 20 minutes easily. You can learn, you can arrange the things, and you can just do it. Okay, maybe it not be the perfect, okay, it may burn up, but you did it. And making the mistake will make you understand what the thing was wrong with the process. And that's what is all about decisions. It's up to you if you want to go forward or you just want to be where you are. In very tough situations of life, you have to take decisions that might turn out very risky to everyone or maybe you also. But people actually take those things, take risky decisions, and they might actually end up being successful with whatever plans they had. How did they do it? If you think that decisions are just random things to say yes, it's not. You have to understand two things. That is, first, it depends upon your past, and it depends upon your training or practice, or your subconscious mind knows that better. Okay, so so the third point, how to take decisions confidently. To take decisions confidently, you just need two things. First thing is your past, or actually, past is very good. We can actually refer to that as your experience, or especially your training. Training is the only thing that explains everything way more better than everything. Now, training is just your experience. Okay, if you know how to drive a car, you can actually think of driving a huge truck in a straight road. But if you don't know even cycling and you have never thought of driving anything, then how can you ever imagine of just starting a motorcycle, right? This is very interesting thing you have to understand. This is the only thing that will make you to take decisions confidently. Training, it comes from your past. Okay, what is training or what is experience? Many of us actually think that how people actually do, but it's not about how they do, it's what they do in their free time. You have to understand that it's the dedication that have made them here, come here. To take any decisions on anything, you just need to understand what have your past made you gain. Past doesn't mean that your generations to generations what they have, or I just want you to focus on things that you have experienced or worked upon or practiced from your childhood. The things you have experience on or training will actually be way more important than what you don't. Suppose you are a cricketer, and that by that I means is you actually play with in tournaments. You actually play in tournaments, and you are a reputed player, right? And you don't even know any other games. You just know, but you have never played about anything. So, how can you actually be confident? Suppose you're in a situation that you have to choose a game or a sport and you have to do well in that. You have two options, a chess and a cricket. What you will choose? Of course, you have to choose the cricket, right? And this is what made you confident to take the decisions, right? And this is what decisions, taking decisions confidently looks like. And the second thing there comes is instinct. Many of us just refer that as sixth sense, or I especially like that, like your subconscious mind knows that well. So, the main thing is whatever you have done or experienced in your past is the key to your decisions. Just that. What you know, what you can, is the key to decide your decisions. And you have to be dedicated toward yourselves that if I take this decision, I have to do this, and you have to do that. Okay, and this is what decisions turn into a confident one. Okay, you can't just say yes. If you enter the direction, you have to do everything whatever comes to your way, you have to do everything. This is called a dedication towards your decision. And dedication and decision, when combines, they creates a confidence within you. And this is how decisions can be taken confidently. So now let's summarize everything that we have learned. First, what is your destination of your life? The way to success is destination. Okay, just hear me out. I'm just writing so that you can actually follow the chart. The way to your success is the destination of your life, and success is not the end, it's variable. Next thing comes, what's important? Whatever you can do or you know is way more important. And how to take confident decisions? Being dedicated towards what you have to, and your training plus your instincts. Uh, so, the way to your success is the destination of your life. Success is not the end, it's variable. It depends upon time, situation, and person to person. And what's important at any situation of your life, whatever you can do or what you know is way more important, and you should go with it. And how to take confident decisions? Being dedicated to what you can do or what you have to do by taking a decision that you have understood at this point is way more important to take, and you have to and that will be decided depending upon your training and your instincts. Okay, and anything you have to do, if you just do it, right? If you just, whatever the example you remember that I have told you, if you know how to drive a car, you can actually think of saying someone that okay, I can drive the truck in the straight lane just because I know how to actually operate a car. And it's not only just saying yes, you have to be very responsible with your steering, because the steering in a long trailer will actually create very massive disaster. So you have to be careful and you have to be responsible for whatever you can do. You have to take care of the rear view mirrors, the steering. Very extreme precision should be taken, right? You just can't just sit and okay, I will just press the uh, accelerator just as I do in a car, and whatever it happens doesn't matter, right? It's not like that. You have to be very responsible for what uh, might happen. Okay, so this is what dedication look like. You have to be responsible for what you can or what you have to do. If you just go forward, and whatever the direction you take will be decided based on what you know, what you can, and what your training or instincts say you. And taking decisions confidently. So, have you understood that what's the big process, right? Now, I want to make you understand that the process explained here is actually not that much big, because you have to do it. Okay, you just have to do it. Now, if you are just someone who likes a subject, and maybe I can say you physics, then you might actually think of that I like, let me just, oh, actually I'm a good example for you maybe. Now look, let me tell you a short period of time from school to a job. How did I just got into this, or things actually sounds very confident from myself. I was in the school. I have to take decisions of getting into a college, and what amount of time did I took? Just few hours to decide what stream should I go with. Okay, that's because I love cement or concrete or reinforced cement concrete, and houses are a bit of my interest. I just took civil engineering. I got into whatever I have to do, I did it, I did well. Then, within that time, I understood that what actually requires to get a type of job. And with my friend, we have actually achieved that. And that might actually be very impossible, because after getting into the job, I have realized that this type of industry is not actually very common. So that might be a great opportunity. And after that, the job was actually, sorry, I have switched my job. And this also takes a very huge amount of your mental condition. Okay, and this was completely based upon this. Okay, I have to decide what I gonna do. I have took my complete decision that I will actually leave the company and took new challenges. Okay, and learned new things, or whatever the industry may require, or the company might need it. And everything that I have taught you here was done within myself without knowing this process, you know, and it ended up very well. And That's where I realized many things, and combining my theoretical knowledges with my real life experiences led me to actually design this thing. That is, your decisions will only turn confident if you have the dedication to know the things or do the things that are required to be done, and it's completely based upon your training and instincts by your subconscious mind. And success is just variable, it changes over time, but you have to enjoy the way to it. And that's the complete video explains how to take decisions confidently in year 2024 so that you can be someone who will remember this time in the future. So, bye bye.